Good morning, everyone. So it's been a hot minute since I've been back, since I posted my last video. I thought I would be able to document more of the moving process, or the packing process, I should say. My hopes and goals were to be able to share with you my tips like every step of the way, but unfortunately it all happened more quickly than expected. So with that being said, I am just going to start from here and give you a couple tips that I have learned the hard way, I may add, through moving so many times. So this is our final move. God willing, this will be it. This will be our house for forever. I've said that before. No one believes me anymore, but that's okay. I know it's true. I can't say that. Never say never, but I am hoping that this is our last house. It has enough room to be our last house. It has enough elbow room, like as far as land. And it also has, it's move-in ready, but there are a couple things I want to update. But other than that, it's perfect. So anyways, without getting distracted, I am going to give you a couple tips, and they're going to be random. There's going to be no order to it because that's my life right now. There's no order to my life. But it'll just be helpful for future when and if you decide to move. So, step one is to make sure have the washer and dryer be the last one of the last things that is disconnected and ready to move. The reason being is very easily laundry can pile up, especially when you're moving, because you're working a lot, you're hot and you're sweaty, you're probably changing way more often than you normally do. And it's just a hot mess. You're cleaning more, so more towels are being used, and et cetera, et cetera. So have your washer and dryer be the very last thing that you disconnect and get ready to move, and make sure you are doing your load a day throughout all of this. For me, I've had to amp it up and do a couple loads a day to really stay on top of laundry while you're packing. It can very easily be something that you overlook and think, like packing's more important. But trust me, we're a family of four, laundry adds up. It's definitely important to stay on top of laundry. So, and then on top of that, on top of your everyday laundry, you are going to want to, when you take all your curtains down, you're going to wash those. You want everything to be clean when you move into your new house. You don't want everything to be dust and then you have to bring all of that into your new house. So you're going to be wanting to wash all of your curtains when you take them down. You're going to wash all your sheets and all your blankets and all that kind of stuff. So, excuse me, make sure you have your washer and dryer. Tip two is to get as many boxes as possible and buy them or get them for free. Not buy them for free. That doesn't make sense. I am brain dead. My brain is mush. There's nothing there. So work with me here. There are so many outlets. See, I'm shaking. I'm sorry, guys. There are so many outlets to getting free boxes. I have a girlfriend of mine who works at a shipping thing. It's hard to explain, but she has tons of boxes. Also, many people don't know this. U-Haul has a large box in almost every store. That people can return their boxes, that like their used boxes. A lot of the times once you move, you don't need those boxes anymore. Some people burn them. In the past, when we didn't have time to bring them back, we just burned them, but that's bad. You want to return because people can use that kind of stuff. You can either check Facebook Marketplace. People are always getting rid of their boxes there, or go to U-Haul stores. And fortunately, I have this girlfriend of mine who has given me a ton of boxes, but I have, in the past, I would literally go to U-Haul every single morning, check the box. There's always boxes in there, and sometimes you hit the jackpot, sometimes there's only one or two, but that's better than nothing. There's no reason you should be paying for boxes. Moving is already expensive as it is, so try and save money any which way you can. So number two, look for free boxes. They have them on Facebook Marketplace and U-Haul stores. Also friends, always put it out there. Make a status on Facebook that you're looking for boxes. So many people have them. Step 3, trying to think of where to go with this. I have so many tips and I have so many things that I want to say, but I also don't want this video to be too long. So step 3, I would take apart all of your beds while you have time. I'm in the middle of laundry. It's just a hot mess, but our mattress and box spring are on the floor. We actually sold our bedroom set because I'm getting a new one at our new house, and this one was way overdue to get a new bedroom set. But anyways, beds are something that you don't need. Like, obviously my son's crib can't be taken apart, but my daughter, she has a queen bed. It can be taken apart. Her mattress and box spring can be on the floor. That's one less thing you have to do before you move. We are actually hiring movers this time around. Thank you, Jesus. We have always moved ourselves. We have never hired movers. We just could never justify the price in the past. We are now in a position where we can justify the price, and I'm very grateful for that. We also have a great moving company, so if anyone needs any recommendations, they're actually, we know them, and we're excited to use them. So we are hiring movers, but the only thing that changes is the day of moving. That changes nothing else as far as how you need to pack, how quickly, and how you do it. So again, beds can be taken apart ahead of time. A lot of times, beds, like all the screws and everything like that, will be taken down last minute. That's a huge risk because you could lose screws, you could lose pieces, things can get lost because you're in a rush. The day the movers come or the day you are moving, everything should be done. Do not wait till last minute to do anything. If you say, oh, I'll just take it down the morning of the move. Well, you are going to be so crazy busy. Don't do that to yourself. If there is something you can do now, do it now and don't save it for later. So take apart all the beds, take apart anything that can be taken apart. Whatever that may be, take it apart ahead of time, put it in a Ziploc bag, label it, and then use blue painter's tape to stick it to that piece of furniture or whatever. In the past, this is my lesson learned, I was like, oh, I'll just have all the Ziploc bags, I'll even label them, and then I'm just gonna put them in one central bin. That way I have them all together. That ended up being more chaotic than what I thought it would be. It's much better just to painter's tape it to whatever piece of furniture that it goes to. Lesson learned, tape it. Okay, next. I've already done this. My husband still needs to do it. I'm hoping he'll do it today. I have packed a bag. Act like you're going on vacation. Okay, so throughout a move, what can happen is things start getting packed, especially if there's more than one of you packing. I and my family am doing all of the packing as far as the inside goes, and my husband kind of does all the outside. That's just how we have it set up. He works. He's not taking a day off to work. The only day he's taking off is for the closing. So with that being said, it falls a lot on me, but for someone like me who's like kind of a control freak and would prefer to do everything herself anyways, it kind of works out. The thing I need help with my husband is getting the kids out of my way and out of my hair. So with that being said, there's lots of things that will go missing throughout a move. Just expect it, prepare for it. And one of those ways that I do is I will pack like I'm going on vacation for a whole week. I don't care how, quickly you're moving into your new home. If things are going directly over there, likely chance that the box that you have all your clothes in or whatever will be difficult to find. That's the last thing you're going to want to be doing the day you move in, is looking for your stuff. So as far as toiletries and clothes, pack all of that in a bag like you're going for vacation for a week. So that way everything else can be put in a box and there's no urgency for any of the items. So I have everything I need for a week. My gym clothes, I'm not going to the gym, but like workout clothes for moving, cleaning, all that stuff. I have nice clothes for the closing. And then I have an extra outfit in there just in case we end up going to dinner or something like that. I have all of my toiletries I will need. I have a big thing of makeup, but I don't wear that. I'm not wearing makeup during a move. The only time I'll wear makeup is the day of closing, and that probably won't be that much. So I just packed a little bag of makeup, and I packed my big caboodle in a box. What else? Make sure you set aside shoes. So I packed 3 different shoes. I have the tennis shoes on my feet, a nice pair of sandals, and a junk pair of sandals, that, like, if I'm cleaning and don't want to put tennis shoes on, that's what I have. That way, every other pair of shoes can be packed. That way you don't even have to worry about it. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to find your shoes. Put them in your bag if you're going on vacation. And that way that's not a worry. So make sure you do that for all of your family. Make sure everyone has a bag that is packed for a week. All your kids, husbands, dog, everything. Like, you guys are going away for a week. And then put this in an area that is separate from everything else. So designate a closet that may be empty. I'm hoping to have my master bedroom closet empty by today. And what I will do is all of the items that I do not want the movers to touch, meaning I don't want them to take away yet, I will put in the master bedroom closet, and I will close the door. And I will let them know that this is the stuff that we need to stay. Everything else can be taken. That way, you can't like leave a bag on the ground and then expect, even if you're not getting movers, your husband, your family member who's helping you can very easily be swept up in the move and put away on your truck. So pack ahead of time. Next. Oh, here we go. Next. This is a first of doing this, and there's multiple reasons why, but I bought, sorry, the lighting's funky. I bought clothing racks this move. The reason being is, one, my daughter's new closet doesn't have like closet racks and all that stuff, and I found on Marketplace clothing racks that were so much cheaper than buying like a whole big closet thing that you have to put on the walls, and hopefully the weight isn't too much and blah blah blah. So I'm gonna try it out this way first before I go the route of putting in like closet made organizers. So I knew I would need that because I'm planning on my new house, and what I did was I bought them ahead of time on Facebook Marketplace for really cheap, enough that if I don't like them, I can resell them and make my money back, if not more. And during the move, I'm not doing this with all of our clothes, and this may be a pain in the butt for my movers, but it makes it easier for me, because what I did was I took this into my closet and I just grabbed my clothes and put it on there. Grab my clothes and put it on there. What I then will do, will wrap all of these clothes in trash bags. What you do is you kind of fit them in, and then you tie the loop around. I don't know if that's making sense. Anyways, I will secure it once it's on here. Probably a pain in the butt for my movers. There is wheels, but this is one of those things that it's easier for me, so they're just gonna have to deal with it. I've attempted to make it as easy as possible for them every way else. So with that being said, that leads me into my next thing: label everything. That may be obvious to some, like, okay, I have a box, you label it. What happens is, one, it isn't labeled in detail enough. So you just may write kitchen on a box, but okay, that helps anyone who's helping you move, but that doesn't help you, because what's going to happen is you're going to get into your new house, you're going to need to start unpacking, but you don't need to be unpacking vases first, or vases, whatever. No, you need to be unpacking your pots, your pans, your utensils, because those are the things that you're going to need first, not your, vases and what else? Like all that other stuff. So by labeling in detail, that will help you once you go to unpack. So, and also when you do label, most of the times people just write a little note on there. I want it big and bold where this is going. That way anyone who picked up that box will understand that this goes to kitchen, master bedroom, summer's room, whatever. So label big, write in giant letters where it goes on the very top. A lot of, in the past, I have labeled the sides, but that's kind of a waste of time. I found that out. Don't even waste your time doing that. The reason being is because, yes, you'll be able to see it when it goes on the truck, the sides, but the most important thing is that when someone's holding the box right here, they need to be able to see right on the top where the heck they need to go. So don't waste your time labeling the sides. Just write one time on the top in big letters. Next, we took all of our, we have a carport, so this may be a little bit different than for other people. We have a giant like metal carport right outside our garage. So what we did was we packed up in our entire garage, all the contents in boxes. Then we moved all of that stuff under the carport. And then we have started to bring all of our inside contents into the garage. That way, when the movers come, they have so much to load right there. They're not having to go back and forth, inside and out, over and over and over again. Majority of the stuff is outside or in the garage. This may not be useful or helpful for a lot of people because I know that a lot of people don't have that, but that's just what we have done. And then next, not my last tip, but next, make sure to put everything in a box. You think you may not need it in a box, just put it in a box. You're getting boxes for free because that's our goal, is to not pay for any boxes. So don't worry about how many boxes you have and just put everything in a box. A lamp, well, every other move, I never put them in boxes and they got messed up, or it was one of those things that I was like, oh, I'll put it in my car. No problem. You will have so much to grab and put in your car. Don't do that to yourself. Put it in a box. Undo the lampshade. My mother-in-law told me this and I was like, no, duh, that makes sense. Stack all of your lampshades on top of each other, put those in a box, and then wrap up all of your lamps, the actual main piece, and put those in a different box. That made a lot of sense to me. I never thought of that before. No duh. And then finally, that's another thing. Stay on top of your dishes. That's another thing, like the laundry. You may think that it's not that big of a deal. Stay on top of it. Make sure you have lots of paper products available the week of, because you're not going to want to be continuing to do more dishes when that's the stuff that you need to pack. So prepare yourself and have lots of plastic utensils, paper plates, paper towels, all that kind of stuff. It's wasteful, but you know what? For 1 week, it'll be okay. And then my final and biggest tip I have learned through all of the moving. Like, if you took one thing from this video, this is what I want you to take. Make freezer meals ahead of time. And that may be like, okay, we've heard you say that before, but this has been the greatest help I have ever done. I understand that during a moving process, there is so many uncertainties. You know, you wait to pack for so long because it may or may not go through. Something may fall through and the deal may fall apart. It happens every day with real estate. But what doesn't ever change is the need for food. And so what I did this time was I used all of my food, everything I had, and made freezer meals. That way, one, I don't have to worry about dinner. Not one single night this week of the move, I don't have to worry about dinner. It's all done. I've made 5 freezer meals, and then I have some frozen pizzas as well. We won't be eating junk food. We won't be eating out and wasting money, because that's often another thing that happens when you move. You think, oh, we'll just eat out. That's so much money right there, and you're already spending a lot of money right now. And it just stress-free, all the things. And on top of that, when you move, obviously you're going to have to get a cooler. You have to move all of your food. It's much more difficult to have to move meat that's frozen, frozen items, canned items, all of that stuff. use it all in freezer meals. Look at all the things that you have left, make an inventory, make some meals out of it. I have used absolutely everything in my freezer as far as meat goes, and almost all of my pasta sauces, my canned goods, my pastas, all of those have been turned into freezer meals. And that way it makes it so much easier. And because I didn't have any more food left, I literally used it all. When I went grocery shopping yesterday, all I did was I grabbed like some milk for my husband, some fruits, and some snacks for my kids throughout, like, you know, the in-between times. That's it. That's all I needed to buy because I have all of our dinners done. And that right there. And oh, also, I'm sorry, in the freezer meals, make sure to use those throwaway pans that you can get at Dollar Tree, and that way it's no dishes and it makes it so much easier, and you can just throw it away. You don't have to worry about packing it. And that is going to end this really long video. If you have made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I promise I will get better at posting. I've kind of gotten my life a little bit more together. Majority of packing doesn't involve so much thoughts, tips, or tricks. I mean, you get it. Throw everything in a box, make sure it's wrapped in paper so it doesn't break. All that good stuff. But what is really going to be helpful is when I get into this new house and I'm organizing things, I'm figuring out the configuration of closets and drawers and all of that stuff, that I will bring you guys along with me and share how I do it. Because once you get into a new house, it's so exciting. It's like a whole new place to have fun with organizing and bins and all that. Like, that's my jam. Like, that's where I do great with. So I'm so excited to get into this new house. I will do a house tour for you guys if you want. Leave a comment below or something like that. That way you guys can kind of follow along with us during this process of getting our house, decorating, any updates we do, all the good stuff. So thank you so much for watching. Give this video, like I said, a big thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. I will be posting so many more like this in the future. I hope you all have a blessed day, and I will see you next time. Bye.